On my right, Ogie Overman, but always on the left, and David Daggett, we've held over from a previous segment, and our good buddy Keith Granberry, founder of Helping Hands Consultants, is with us. All right, guys, thanks to passage of a new state law, local candidates for mayor, city council, county commissioner must now disclose their party affiliation. This will affect races in a number of Triad localities this fall. Guys, are you okay with partisan elections where they have to list the R or the D? And will the new law make any difference? Ogie.
Well, believe it or not, I am okay with it. I know it's been an issue for a long time, but now I know who to vote for. If they got an R after their name, I know who to vote against.
All right, David.
I'm completely against it.
Why is that?
We saw this with judicial elections.
Yeah.
We went from nonpartisan to partisan. I don't think we are as good as what we were. We have some local communities around the Triad area that have nonpartisan elections that work and run very, very well because the community votes for the best people instead of just clicking the button.
Yeah.
The flip side is we have some that are partisan and they've gone out of whack.
All right, Keith, you do a lot of voter education and registration around the country. What do you think about this?
I think that locally, I don't think you should have, I think it should be nonpartisan. I think it should be the best candidate. I really do. I think when you start
You're
talking,
agreeing with me
I'm
today?
agreeing with you today. Locally, I just think it's important that we get the best person in there locally. Because if we start doing the R and the D, then you start getting people just because they're Republicans, and that just doesn't help us locally.
Do block voting. Yeah, all right. Last week, former President Biden's physician refused to answer questions during a hearing conducted by the House Oversight Committee. The committee's investigating Biden's health and mental fitness when he served as president to see what effect it had on public policy. Guys, should doctor-patient confidentiality apply to elected officials if the patient might be unfit for office? Okay.
Well, after he's out of office, they're just trying to, punish Biden for no reason. Now, if Trump wants to submit to a psychiatric evaluation, I'm okay with that.
David, what do you think?
No, I actually agree with Ogie on this one, that he's out of office and that's over. This is just some sort of expedition to butcher somebody's reputation.
But Keith, what if they'd done it when he was in office?
Well, I mean, the mental capacity of Ronald Reagan was challenged at the end of his candidacy. I mean, his presidency. It's the people you put around you, man. The presidency, the president is mostly a figurehead because the policies are made by the people around him, and Biden has some good policies.
Okay. President Trump has ordered that entry fees at our national parks be higher for international tourists than for citizens of the United States. You okay with charging foreign tourists a higher fee to visit our parks? Okay.
No, that's just typical Trump, just his motto ought to be all white is all right.
Well,
that's all it is about him.
All right, David.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I mean, our national parks, wow, are they spectacular. We should be inviting the world in, not excluding parts of the world.
Keith, you do a lot of work overseas, around the globe. I mean, what do you think about charging international people more to see our parks?
I think you should charge them the same as you charge people from here. As a matter of fact, you want people to come in. Absolutely. It helps our economy. So, it should maybe be less because they're paying more money when they come to our country.
Very quickly, speaking of President Trump, he wants to change the name of the Defense Department back to its original name, which was the War Department. Is this a big deal or not? Ogie.
Well, I mean, it's not as disastrous as a lot of his decisions, but still, it just shows you what kind of person, what kind of mean-spirited, aggressive, cruel person he is.
All right, David.
I think that we want to be the leaders of the world, not acrimonious to the world. That sounds more acrimonious.
Is it an image thing, Keith?
Well, I think he's trying to create an image as a tough person, and so it's not going to make a huge difference.
All right, very quickly, guys. Health Secretary Robert Kennedy wants to make it harder or more expensive for pharmaceutical companies to advertise on TV. It could mean about a $10 billion loss in ad spending if that goes that way. Very quickly, guys, are you okay with big pharmaceutical companies advertising on TV to consumers directly? Quickly, Ogie.
No, that's about half the ads you see on TV are for pharmaceuticals because of baby boomers. We want to know what kind of meds are out there for us.
David?
I'm a believer in free speech. I'm also a believer that what prescriptions you should be on should be a doctor's decision, not a pharmaceutical decision from an advertisement. I've got mixed emotions on this. I think there should be limits.
Keith, you get educated, I guess, by learning about these drugs on TV, but are you okay with them advertising?
Yeah, I'm okay with them. We need to know what kind of drugs we're taking, and I think this is a political ploy. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. The pharmaceutical companies are paying too much money to the congressmen and the senators for it to go anywhere. So this is dead on arrival.
All right, finally, according to wordsmarts.com, people who curse a lot are very intelligent. Guys, are you very intelligent, Ogie?
Jim, we've known each other for a long time.
Never
really
mind.
even need to answer
Never
this
mind.
question.
Yeah, all right, if you curse a lot, you're intelligent. Are you very intelligent, David?
I am not. I actually don't have bad words in my vernacular. I just don't do it.
So you're not intelligent.
I
then.
guess not.
Keith, are you very intelligent?
I am intelligent. I'm highly intelligent.
I've heard Keith being very intelligent.
I'm highly intelligent.
I've heard him
I'm
on
at
the
the
phone
upper
to me.
10%.
I've heard him on the phone being intelligent. All right, well, that's all the time we have.